Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree? Yes. You are knowing what you are wanting? Yes. More or less. You are enjoying the evolution of your desire? You are appreciating contrast that gives you your desire? Yes, the answer is yes, yes, yes. Have you come to the place where contrast has helped you to give birth to a fantastic new desire? And it's out there in the future for you somewhere. And when you think about it, it is exciting, especially when you first birthed it. And even though it has not yet manifested in your experience, you're good with that? Yes? When you come to that place where a desire has been born within you, the idea of it is clear and bright, but the realization of it has not yet happened. You're not yet with that person, or the dollars have not yet come, or you're still driving the other one, or living in the other one. You know clearly what you want, but it hasn't yet happened to you. And you stand in a place of satisfaction where you are and eager anticipation about where you are going. That is the optimum creative stance, because under those conditions there is little or no resistance within your vibrational output. So you are in the state of allowing the desire that you have given birth to, and as you are in the state of allowing the desire that you've given birth to, law of attraction must bring it to you. But if you stand in this place of having a clear idea of what you want, but when you look at where you stand, you feel disappointment about where you are. Oh, I'll be so much happier once this happens. Or I'll feel so much better when I get rid of that. In that discouragement where you stand, or in that uneasiness of where you stand, or in that fearful, dreadful, unhappy place that you now stand, that you believe your desire will soothe. Unhappy now, once my desire happens, then it will be all right. Your desire cannot come to you because you are vibrationally different from it. Law of attraction is the fantastic, always consistent law that manages this universe in which we are all focused. And what law of attraction says is that when you are offering a vibrational signal, that signal can be and will be matched. So if you are offering a desire signal occasionally, but this is how it is signal mostly, then you just keep living this is how it is. How you want it to be cannot come. And so what this gathering is about is helping you to come into conscious recognition of what your vibrational output is right now. Well, this is what we want you to do. We want you to, for a little while, make an effort to catch yourself with egg on your face. And what we mean by that is when you are in any mode of negative emotion, that's when you're doing that thing you do that is not allowing you to be the receiver of what you're asking for. It is so important that you realize that this creative process, even though we talk about it on and on and on, bless your hearts, we are amazed at your willingness to listen. We talk on and on and on and on. It is such a simple thing. There are 3 points to this creative system. The first is you ask. And you know you cannot help but ask. The contrast that you are living within is producing desire or asking from you on all levels of your being. Even the cells of your body are asking. You are asking steadily. You will never cease asking. It is the byproduct of this contrasting universe in which we are all focused. And you are on the leading edge with the most exaggerated contrast, so you are asking the most. So the first step is asking. You can't help but ask. You're asking. The second point, or phase or step in this process, is the answering, and that's not your work. The universe does the answering. The universe is yielding to you. So steps 1 and 2 are already taken care of without even your conscious awareness. You ask, the universe yields. The third point is your part. You've got to let it in. You must be aware of whether you're letting it in or not in order to be the deliberate creator that you are born to be. So, we are eager to talk with you about anything that is important to you. It will be a fantastic unfolding here. You will notice that some will ask your question even better than you could. You will feel sometimes a question being born right within you as you are sitting here. This is a gathering of co-creating at its very best. You are here in your physical bodies, but you are far more than the physical body that you know as you. The personality that you know as you is this multidimensional energy that has the ability to expand, to surprise and delight you in ways not yet fathomed by you or even by your species. There is so much that is before you in this physical lifetime that you are focused within here and now. And it is our desire that you begin to be the personal recipient of the things that you are honing from the contrast. In other words, the contrast often causes you to ask, and as you ask, the universe always yields, and so your time-space reality is benefiting by your exposure to the contrast. But the question that we are wanting to put to you is, are you really receiving all that you deserve? And we're really not asking you for the answer to that, because we know the answer to that. You're not receiving anywhere near what you deserve. Your deservability level is beyond your wildest expanding ideas at this point. And that's what this gathering is about. We want to help you to come into vibrational harmony with your own potential. We want this life experience to thrill you in the way it is thrilling your non-physical counterparts. We want you to feel the joy of the expansion in the way that you felt it when you made the decision to come forth into these bodies to begin with. Right here, right now, we want you to start letting it in. When you croak, we like that word, it's so disrespectful, because there is no death. When you make your transition from physical to non-physical, when you reemerge back into the non-physical, you will again fully, consciously know all that we are speaking here. In other words, once you make that transition, you will leave all resistance behind, and you will be the full, loving, loved, all-knowing being that you truly are. And what we're wanting you to come to recognize is that you don't have to wait until you croak to have that experience. You can open to that knowing here and now, but you have to let go of a little bit of resistance. And our recommendation is that you do it just one little negative emotion at a time. So, we said to our angry friend that day, when she said how many times, and we said 2,000 times. 2,000 times on a good day, you may catch yourself in a mode of negative emotion. Esther says, oh, I'm doing that thing, aren't I? I'm doing that thing, right in the middle of a sentence. I'm doing that thing, aren't I? Jerry just smiles. He's learned not to comment. Funny how it feels all right when you point it out about you, but doesn't feel very good when anybody else points it out. We don't encourage you to watch each other. I'm doing that thing, she will say. And there is something about the recognition that I'm doing it that puts it in a lighter, softer mode. In other words, it's such a simple thing when you are aware that you're doing it to just reach for a thought that is doing it a little less. But sometimes, because you're not sensitive early enough, you get quite a bit of momentum going before you're aware that you're doing that thing. After the cars have collided in traffic and you're sitting there in a rubble and you say, I'm doing that thing, it would have been better if you had figured it out a little earlier. And that's really what we're wanting to help you with here, is catching yourself at the earlier, subtler stages. So we said to our friend, in all of those 2,000 times that you may be doing that thing and not in this moment allowing source energy to flow through you in the way that you really want to, it is usually only about a handful of issues. And so if you catch yourself 20 times today, you've probably dealt with all of those issues at least once. And if you catch yourself 20 times tomorrow, you've probably dealt with all of them again. And that's why within a period of just a few days, 30 days really, is enough time for you to substantially reduce your resistance, which is the same thing as saying to raise your allowance. In other words, the source energy is flowing to you, and you are allowing it or you're resisting it. And the better you feel, the more you are allowing it. The worse you feel, the more you are resisting it. Good. We're eager to talk with you. Let us begin.